Mario is what I've been told. I don't know. You gonna give me your full name, or the only thing I know is Mario. It's my roommate's friend. No, he's not, and my roommate's not here, and frankly, I'm uncomfortable with him. He's had a weapon before, not today, not anytime recently, but he had bear spray the other day. Okay, I got a restraining order against the roommate. There's supposed to be no negative contact, and he's out here running the heat in June that I pay for. And it's just, he's trying to gas me out of my room, is what he's doing. Okay, civil matter, but do I have the right to make this guy leave? Alright, it's a civil matter, okay. But I don't understand. My roommate isn't even here, and I have a restraining order against my roommate. There's supposed to be no negative contact, and she's got her man here messing with me. No, she's not. No, he's not. But he's her agent. Okay. Hispanic. Whitish shirt, whitish or yellowish, and blue jeans. Mr. Wood. Okay, sure. I'm not letting you run my heat that I pay for. Romana doesn't even have she doesn't pitch in anything on the power. It's all me. But I'm not willing to pay for heat in June. You're acting like 70 degrees is so cold, or 69 degrees, 1 degree off, whatever. But that's a normal setting that most people are good with. And yeah, you're right, outside is cool right now. And you had this on auto, or on, not auto. On just means it runs forever. The fan part, not the compressor, but the fan runs forever. With the auto, it shuts off when it gets to a certain temperature. So you don't know what you're doing overall, and 70 degrees is a completely normal temperature to have a thermostat at. And since the air outside is really cool, it has an easy time keeping the temperature at that, and it would barely have to run at all, if at all. If we cook or something, it probably would run, but it doesn't actually run very much with a cool evening. I assume it's cool. Like, hold on, let me... it's barely cool. Well, alright, there may not be very much of a bonus from a cool outside right now, but it's not super hot, and the compressor will work at maximum efficiency, so it won't have a hard time maintaining the coolness in here. And it's not late, as it gets, it's 8:55. If it gets later, as it gets later and cooler, it'll get even better. But it costs me nearly nothing to maintain 70 degrees. To maintain 80 degrees, well, we had the heat running, and I noticed it at some random point. I went to take a piss, and there was a vent in my bathroom, and I noticed hot air coming out of it. By the way, the cops said that they come and talk to you about not being here, because I'm a resident, and I don't want to deal with you right now. You're just trying. I can't sit back there and play my game. Am I still live streaming? Hold up. I think I am. I am indeed. Cancel that. Oops. I was live streaming, and I just stood up to deal with this and forgot to fucking turn it off. That's my fault, but you're distracted. I was at work. I make a living out of stuff like that. I was doing my work. And I just took a piss between matches and noticed the heat was on and came to deal with that.
To me. I don't want to talk to you anymore. I don't want to talk to you anymore. You're all fucking drama. That's all you are.
Dude, the only reason you don't like me is I tried to stop you from doing DUI. We were cool before that.
No, sir. No,
do you
sir.
realize how many
No,
people
sir.
would side with
You
me
do
over
not
that?
tell an
We
adult
got it
what to do. You
when
do
they're
not-
intoxicated
you do
and you
not
got them
tell
fucked
an
up.
adult what to do.
DUI is
You do
different.
not tell an adult
You don't get
what to
another
do.
adult friend,
You do not
family
tell an
member
adult
even.
what to do.
You don't get them fucked up and let them
Do not
drive.
tell an adult what to do.
Bullshit.
Get up.
Bullshit.
Go.
Bullshit.
Go.
You were fucked up. I got you fucked up.
Mr. Colton
We're
Woods.
chugging beers, eating mushrooms.
It's the
You
third
shouldn't have been driving.
Time.
I was taking good care of you.
I've asked you to refrain from speaking to me.
Yeah, because I stopped you, or
Mr.
temporarily
Colton
stopped you from
Woods.
DUI.
Mr. Colton Woods.
He later was like, "Oh, you're gonna poison me. I gotta go get fruit juice out of my car," and then drove off.
Time, Mr. Colton Woods. I've asked
So he
you to
did.
refrain
Just-
from speaking to me.
I'm watching my fucking thermostat. It is still 79 degrees. Now, I have to pay to take 10 degrees out of the air in here. And that is fairly substantial. And, like, it adds up. But actually, the power bill was 170 something, not 130 something. Either I read it wrong the other day when I said that,
For the fifth time, Mr. Colton
or it's like
Woods.
up to the minute calculated. I'm not sure how that worked. I could have sworn I saw 138, but it was 170 something.
This is
I think it runs like daily up to the limit. So when I paid it the other day, I paid off every penny for the last month and a half.
that'll be presiding over this case. In regards to Mr. Colton
Yeah,
Woods.
my roommate's guest is messing with the thermostat in the house that I pay 100% of the energy costs for.
Illegally not here.
Nope.
Never registered
I
at
have
the
a
office.
lease.
You never registered at the office. That's what.
That
it's
is
valid.
nothing to do with me and
That's
Romana.
what it's valid.
I'm contracting with
No,
her.
That's what it's valid. You signed.
I have a lease with her, and if she had gone to her doctor's appointment
under
and
duress.
under duress my ass.
Yes.
She was happy to sign it, and she was dealing with her
You
other
did
problematic
not-
roommate.
You did not walk into that office and hand your information from your background. What happened to that? What happened to that?
Yeah, I've talked to them.
No, there's no information of yours. Actually, you're not eligible to be here. You're not at the age of being here.
I could be her
It's
caretaker,
55, no,
and I've
but
got
you're not.
video
But
of
you're
her
not.
saying I was going to be.
But you're not.
She sabotaged
No
that
papers
after I had
were
moved.
signed.
But yes,
No
there were.
papers
Yes,
were
there were.
signed.
Yes, there were.
Oh, for a caregiver? For a caretaker?
I've got proof that
Where
she
is
agreed
it?
to it,
Where is it?
and I got proof
Has
that
it been approved? Has it been approved?
she sabotaged it.
No.
Because I cleaned
Then-
up.
then it's-
The only
then
thing I've
it's
done
not
wrong here
valid.
is clean up human
Then
feces.
it's
And by the way,
not
did you
valid.
notice she put a
It's
lock on the
not
shed out
valid.
there? Do you realize that means she's back to hoarding out there?
It's not valid. What you have going on is not valid. Whatever.
Oh, you're the one that keeps talking about tell the judge.
Coulda, woulda, shoulda.
It's not valid. I have a
Coulda,
lease.
woulda,
You have to
shoulda,
evict me
it's not
properly. You have to give me proper notice.
No, coulda,
There are
woulda,
reasons for
shoulda
these
doesn't
rights and
work.
protections. You may not agree with these
As long as
rights
you're
and
not registered
protections.
at the office, you do not have any eligibility here in this place.
Romana broke her contract with me. She owes me money. She owes me money for $530 for this. She owes me $1,000 for a
Mr.
cell
Colton
phone.
Woods,
3 years of service payments on that.
desist from speaking to me, please.
Get out of my house. I don't want you here.
It's not your house.
Yes, it is.
Not your house.
I'm a tenant. You're not a tenant. And I want you gone.
No, I'm not gonna
No.
go.
Yeah, I'm not letting you run the heat in June.
No.
I'm not paying for your
I'm
heat.
not leaving anywhere. I'm not going anywhere.
You're not leaving.
I'm not going anywhere.
You can't keep your hands to yourself and fucking mind your own business.
Exactly.
Can't just wear some
Mr.
clothes.
Colton Woods, desist from speaking to me, please.
I want you to leave.
Not
This is
leaving.
private property.
Not leaving.
You're not a resident.
Not leaving. You're not a tenant here.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not.
Yes, I
No,
am.
you're not. According to Debbie, you're not.
I've spoken with Debbie, and she says my contract with Romana is separate from their contract with her.
Exactly, because you never registered at the office. What? The moment.
So I have a contract
the
with
moment
Romana.
you didn't register
That's
at the
this
office,
premises.
When you didn't register, that's where you failed right there. That's where your whole thing.
You're lying. I published
Derailed.
video on that the other day.
Derailed.
You're lying. I talked to them.
You can't sublease without the office knowing. The office doesn't know that you're here. They know you're here now because of the drama you've been bringing with the police. Yeah, they know you're here.
Of course they know I'm here.
Of course,
I've
yes.
published video of my
Then you
conversations
have
with
to-
them.
You have to register at the office. Where's your background? As soon as they will find out you're a felon, you're gone.
You're lying.
You're not.
That is not a
You're not eligible
qualification.
to be here.
No, that's not true.
Your age is not eligible. That's the other one right
I was
there.
supposed to be first Romana's roommate's
There's three
caretaker.
more.
Then
Three
after
more
she
reasons.
gossiped about me,
There's three
we
more
switched it to her.
reasons, but I'm not going to tell you them. You'll hear from the judge.
Yeah, I'll hear from the judge. And why isn't it cooling off the... It says 79 still. It's cool air now.
On top of that letter that signed for it, which was sent, it was mailed. I have the envelope. It was mailed May the 23rd. And he states very clear that he had an agreement with we're right now
No, 78, it changed.
14. He's still here. He's still here proclaiming.
I've not been legally evicted. I have renter's rights. I have a contract.
Claiming to have tenancy when the office does not want him here. Not even the office wants him here.
That's true. I know they don't want me here because I came to the car when Romana was on the speakerphone with them, and they were telling her how things would be better off without me, get rid of me. I'm aware of that, but she was also a religious bigot. But, you know, that's protected under law too. And I got John dead to rights saying twice, 2 separate times, it's Romana that ran her mouth about me. He didn't find out, she told him, which I disagree on.
Go to your room. Go to your room.
Okay, I gotta watch my thermostat. It's 78 degrees in my house.
Go to your room.
Where are the fucking cops? It's been 11 minutes since we called the cops. 55 seconds. 11.
Exactly.
Yeah, as soon as I leave, you're gonna turn this off.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm not like they're working up a sweat.
So we're taking resources.
You disagree with me. You're like, yeah, you're gonna
taking
change.
resources from other crimes that are happening over there for your little petty crap that's going on right now.
I'm supposed to do
The
that.
entire house to be freezing cold because of your.
No, I want it to be 70 degrees.
Oh, it was 70. Yeah, it doesn't need to be 70 inside the house.
That's a perfectly
It
normal
doesn't need to be
temperature.
70 inside the house. It doesn't need to. Oh, because
That's
of you,
perfectly
because of
acceptable.
you, because you're large and you.
What about 80? You had it set on 80. By the way, how did it get that high?
Why don't you take a shower? Take a shower. Take a bath.
I'm gonna have to after getting greasy.
Take a
But
shower,
I
take a
will.
bath.
I will.
As big as you are, and you don't get it that your body's too big to be just kind of mowing around with this kind of heat. The weather is the weather the way it is. You cannot conform.
Yeah, it's been quite warm. Yeah.
No, we cannot conform whatever you want at your wantings, just because you happen just to sit around. It's not possible.
80 degrees is too hot
It's
inside.
not possible. It's not possible. You're supposed to bring some swamp cooler, not tinker with the entire environmental
The
thing.
professional person we had to wait for a timing lockout on the air conditioner,
you
and
were
while
supposed
he
to
was
fix
waiting,
that
he
swamp
came and
cooler.
looked at it. We went outside, looked at the outside unit. He said he doesn't know. My current best hypothesis is to unscrew this inside panel, but it's caulked around
the
there.
utilities were put in your name now because you got her account number.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm going around that. Not that
No,
part. The
it's your
utilities
name.
are in my name. I have nothing to do with her account
Yeah,
number.
but
I
you're
have
not
my
supposed
own
to do
account.
that. This is her
She
house.
cut the power.
This
She
is
told
her
the power
house.
company I moved out and this place was vacant.
This is her house. This
I'm a
is her
tenant.
house.
She can't cut power. That's an illegal
This is
lockout.
her house,
Did
and
you help her with that?
You were supposed to be out there the first. The paper, the document.
We went to
says
court.
you're clear.
You lost in court.
The paper, the eviction paper said
The
that
judge
you're supposed to
ruled-
be the first. The one where you were in the psych ward.
The paper?
says- no, the
Hold
paper-
on, because the
That's
paper,
not even
you
said.
gave me
Very
30-day
clear.
notice on the 4th.
I'm leaving on the first. Put my stuff away.
That was before court. Oh, yeah. If you had paid for storage for my stuff, I would gladly pay. I'm not going to incur moving costs and not pay them. Yes, if you'd have had to pay movers, I would have fucking paid for my stuff, of course.
Exactly. The judge's going to see that. How you promised that you had an agreement with her. Exactly.
There's a problem. This
No,
30-day
this is
notice
your
was
letter.
given on 6/4. It's 6/10.
No, I'm not talking
12.
about that paper. I'm talking about the letter you wrote to her. That's the
I
letter.
gotta tell him to watch over my things.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Before our court date.
The letter where you say you're agreeing with her to leave on the 1st. That's the document that I want the judge to see.
Unfortunately, she lost in court. How do I
Oh,
get
no. The judge is
sugar
gonna see that
packets on
document.
the
Don't
ground?
worry. That eviction's gonna stick on you.
Of course it's gonna stick. She just has to give me proper notice. The contract said 60
The
days.
eviction's gonna stick on you because that judge sees that you were in the psych ward and you sent that letter saying that you're gonna be leaving on the 1st. That's what the judge is gonna see.
We had a court date, and Romana told me she was going to have a restraining order against me, and I would have to go. She lost in court. She lost.
We're talking about you leaving.
You were there. You watched me.
We're talking about you leaving this place, not the TRO.
She lost. I don't have a proper
We're
eviction.
talking about
I have rights.
Well, you've been served. You've been served twice.
Right, and
Yep,
the paper
that's
says
That's right, and that letter states very clear.
You're the one you served me with July 4th.
You're writing. You from the psych ward over there from Riverside. I called it. I have the information. Also, I have the letter. I have the envelope.
Right.
And it
That was
states
the plan at that time.
You were leaving the 1st. And then you stuck around further. Right now, we're on the 14th. You're not going
My
yet.
contract says 60 days.
No, you're
She
not.
failed to get the restraining order.
That's a 30-day notice. Don't you understand what a 30-day notice is? The paper says on top 30-day
Yeah,
notice.
you gave me my 30-day notice on June 4th.
The 30-day notice is going to stick.
Right, I just said a minute ago it would.
It is. It's there. Don't worry. Those are your own words.
Yeah.
Your own words.
But that's
Say
July
it.
4th, that one expires. But in the meantime, Romana needs to pay me for this, pay me for her phone, and pay for my
I'm
move.
not going to pay you for gifts that you're giving her. I already know how
These
you
are
did that.
gifts.
You got the spectrum.
These are household.
You got but she didn't ask you for that. She didn't ask you. In no time did she ask you for that.
For the phone she
You know
did.
what?
We talked about it. They told me
They're
when I was doing the
that
sales
judge-
call,
that
you get
judge-
free phone
that
for a
judge is
year.
gonna tell
And
you
I
to your
explained it
face.
to her, and I put her name on the phone.
That judge is going to tell you to your face that you cannot be giving things away and expect for it to get paid.
She had an agreement.
No, I don't. Where's the agreement signed?
We had a verbal
Where?
agreement.
No, that's not valid.
And it's under her name, and it's for her address.
Spectrum is
And I
under
told
her
the
name.
Spectrum,
She doesn't want
right,
it.
she
doesn't
can take
want
over
it.
the account
No, she's not going
and
to.
then have her
She's
phone.
not going to. She's not going to. That
Okay,
phone is no
well then pay me
longer
for the
hers.
phone.
You have that phone.
I'll give you the phone.
No, she doesn't want it. She doesn't want it.
So I got a $1,000 pink phone that I don't need.
Your decision. You bought into that.
And I got her
bought
a
into
case
that.
for it and screen protector.
You bought
You know, she
into
freaked
that.
out and yelled at me for putting
You
the screen
bought into
protector
that.
on it. And I'm
You
not
bought
going to have
into
that. A $1,000 phone without screen protector.
Doesn't matter.
And I put insurance on
It
it.
doesn't matter. You can't just be giving things away and be charging for them. That's what you're doing. Indian giver.
And the service bill was going to be free on it
No,
for
you
3
want it.
years.
You want it. I'm supporting her.
No, excuse me. 1 year.
No, I'm supportive of not wanting anything from you. Anything.
The service
No.
was going to be free because it was
We don't-
came
no,
free with the home
it's-
internet.
it's not
When I
gonna-
lose the home internet, the free service goes away.
It's
So
not
then I'm
gonna
just be billed.
happen.
But again, you know what? I got ahead of that. I already paid off the whole phone,
It's not
and I'll be
gonna happen.
canceling service. So
It's
I'm not
not
going to
gonna
pay
happen.
service for 3
No,
years.
you handle
But I
your
paid
own-
$1,000.
Handle your own service. You handle your own service. Don't be transferring your own service to nobody. If they don't want it, if they desire.
But when I leave, the internet's going to get shut off. If you all want the internet to stay
we don't
on,
want it. We don't want it.
okay, well it's going to
She
get
doesn't
shut
want
off.
it. She doesn't want it.
And that
Doesn't-
forced me. I knew that was going to happen, so I
Doesn't
paid off the
matter.
whole
That's
finance
your
of the phone.
decision. That's your decision. You're the one that called and picked up the number. Remember, you called them and you said, "Oh, I want."
Yeah, and that's, you know how many hours that took
right.
too. And Romana had to
right.
have me go to T-Mobile with her,
You're the
and
one
their
making
call
that
they didn't want their call center didn't want to give her a PIN
No.
number for her
No,
to
we
transfer a number. It was all
Yeah.
hard as shit to do that
No, we don't
because
want
they don't want
nothing.
her to go to a different service
We
provider.
don't want any of that. We don't want any of that.
It's her phone number.
Yep. No, it's not her number. It's your number. It's your information. It's your stuff.
Actually, I put her name and stuff on the account. It's still listed as her number.
No, what you can do, just like you change your name to change the services your name, you can do anything you want, right? Anything you want. And this is her house. Right?
Mhm.
That's how you
Well,
play.
it's the Spectrum bill is mine, and we had an agreement for her to compensate me for that phone. She should do the right thing and give me the money for the phone. Just take the phone.
not gonna happen.
She's going to get a good deal on it.
It's not gonna happen.
It's a total of
Does not
should be
want
of like
it.
$600 or
Does not
$700.
want it. Does not want it.
What's better than an S23
No,
Plus?
we don't
That's a
want it.
beautiful phone.
Does not want it.
Yeah. Well, I figured already I'm fucked on this, but you know what? You know how I make videos and stuff?
Doesn't want
It's got
it.
a premium camera top notch.
No, I don't
I'm just
care.
gonna use it. I'm just gonna use my new little pink.
Well, keep it.
You know, it's 1 year newer than this
Keep
one.
it.
My flagship phone,
Keep your
it's 1
phone.
year newer.
Keep
But this
your
is an
phone
ultra, it's a
yourself.
plus. So it's
Keep
once.
your business to yourself. Keep your business to yourself. You went ahead.
Oh, it's not nudity in your background. Huh? Could you pause that?
You went ahead and called.
There's sex shit on TV. Can you pause it?
You went ahead and called Pet Spectrum. And you signed up on something.
Can you pause the TV, man? There's some.
No, we're not.
Oh,
We're
Julia
not gonna
Roberts.
pause.
She ain't gonna show no ass.
No, we're not. I'm not interested in hearing all that. Like I
You got
said,
something playing on
You
TV.
signed on the contract. It's your deal. It has nothing to do with her. Just because you got a free phone. Oh, here.
Not free, discounted heavily, a good deal, but not free.
Doesn't want it.
It's gonna cost me maybe 700-ish, and I had to pay the taxes and fees up front, which was on the full device.
Keep your
That was like
shit.
200.
Keep your shit to yourself. That's your stuff.
I'm gonna be 800 something for this.
Keep your shit to yourself. She doesn't want it.
Well, she shouldn't have made that agreement with
Are you
me.
understanding
But
that
she
part?
reneges on all of her agreements, so.
No, you're the one that keeps coming up with the agreements and filming her house too.
I told
Messing
her,
her house and filming it.
oh yeah, you lying and saying I'm messing up the house
Yes, you are.
when I documented
Yes, you
cleaning
are.
everything.
I've seen it. I've seen how the house was, and the way your videos are. Oh my God, you're trashing that. You're trashing that bathroom. You're really trashing the bathroom. You're really trashing.
You're lying. I can
Oh,
see you just did
oh,
the
what?
eye thing, the whole
Oh, what?
shifty thing.
Oh what? Really?
Yeah, I did not mess up her
I see
bathroom.
how you are.
That was the only place
when
I didn't
people
clean,
react.
and it was terrible.
Only when people react, you right away
You're
start
lying.
recording.
You're
Start recording. I already know it.
I record constantly.
The judge,
I'm paranoid.
The judge is gonna see how you're kind of tricky with your phone. That's what he's gonna see.
Trick what? It's video.
You're tricky with your phone.
How tricky? I like to document
You
things so
don't
there's
want your
proof.
contract.
Like you saying right now that
You don't want your
I messed up her bathroom and caused all that mess.
You did.
You're a liar.
You did.
She's a hoarder.
You did.
I got video of her messing up my house from last year.
You did.
She's a hoarder.
You messed up the bathroom.
And I already got video of the shed, how she's re-hoarding out there. Bullshit. I record. The kitchen is all me.
That's her
The new
property. It's her
furniture.
business to be in everything she is.
My property was
Did you-
out
Did you
there.
rent that room over there? Did you rent that room
Yeah.
out there? Okay, then why are you going all over the house looking around for whatever you want to find?
My stuff was in the shed out there, and she told me to pull my stuff out, put all John's stuff in there,
Fine.
and
Your
I
stuff
did
is
that.
out.
And when I did it, I cleaned. I
Your
showed you
stuff
that
is
shit.
out. She put a lock. That's her business. Anybody in here around this whole place can do the same thing.
Right. Well, but
That's
she's
none of your business
hoarding
at that
food
point.
out there, and she
That's
can't do
not
that.
your business anymore. Once she put the lock and whatever she wants to do in there.
Rodents and
that's her
bugs.
business.
By the way, have you noticed the bugs?
Don't matter.
Hold on. Let's see if we
Don't
can.
matter. You're not some Mr.
Bug.
Trying to fix everything here. You're not.
Actually, that's what I was contracted to do. Hey, let me just look until I find.
Where's your contract?
There, right there. That was such a such a hard quest to find a
Where's your
bug.
contract license at? Where's your license at?
My contract's right in there. I got my contract.
To clean everything?
Yeah, it says the first article of my contract there is clean the home
Where are you
with
registered to be applying services to your agreement?
appliance services. As it says that to clean within
Where
specifications of the trailer park. There are rules, like no food in the shed. Yeah, now there are bugs in here. That's a whole nother issue, man. We've got bugs.
You are for the room. You are not for the entire house. This is how you.
No, bugs come in my room.
This is how you step in and take over the house. You rented one room, and what? You take over the other room? Really?
She told me to
Did
put
you
my
know
stuff
that-
in there.
did you know-
Originally, my stuff was supposed to go in the shed out here.
$700 per room anywhere you go right now. $700 per room.
She
How is
originally
it-
had me put my stuff in the
How is
shed,
it
then
that
told me
you
to
give-
move it.
How is it that you give her $500 and then you step over and step in?
She
and
told
take
me
the other room? No,
she wanted me to
no,
move
sir.
my stuff from the shed
No,
to that
sir.
room.
No,
And I was going to set up an office and shit, but I never got around to it.
No, sir.
When I cleaned out the shed is when she freaked out. That's the freak out she had. So it was all at once. So I never even bothered. I just set my stuff there and just left. I organized a little bit. I made preparations for my homeless supplies and
The
stuff.
judge will be seeing that letter from the psych ward that you're sending out to her, saying that you have an agreement with her and you're leaving.
I am going to be leaving after my time expires for what I paid for, like the internet
Well,
and
you
the power.
promised- you
I paid
promised
for
to
all this
leave.
shit.
You promised to leave. You say you have an agreement, and here you're not abiding through your agreement. You're not leaving anytime soon.
I have a contract. She's going to abide by her contract.
which is invalid.
Says you.
I say that because I already been advised.
By who? Because I talked to a lawyer too.
You don't need to hear who it is.
Where are the goddamn cops? This is taking forever. Because I'm not letting you run the heat in June. I'm not paying for the heat in June. It's actually been kind of warm. It's still warmer outside than inside. So actually close the door back. So yeah, the air conditioner is going to have to fight it from here on down because it's warmer out there than it is in here at 76 degrees.
Oh, please take a shower. You smell like urine. Oh my god.
You just roasted me and turned the heat on me and I got sweaty. This just happened. I will. When this is all said and done, I will. When I'm done dealing with you, I will.
Please take a shower. You smell like urine. No, you smell like urine all the time.
Well, that's true. I have a leaky ass prostate.
Right.
That's just a biological problem. You know, I got pills and shit for that too.
Whatever. None of my business.
So you're taking my time. I was working. I was in the middle of a live stream. You know what? I was on point too. Your mind is not always all there. Like you can't always be accurate but for whatever reason I was on tonight. With performance art like that, you can't always control like what mood you're in. So I'm doing my work. I was doing my work and then I noticed just randomly when I took a piss that my heat was running. I was supposed to fix this too.
Go back to your room, please.
No, I've got to guard my. You told me you're gonna change it when I. If you promise me you won't touch it, I will.
Go back to your room, please.
If you promise me you won't touch it, I will do that. I will go to my room. Just say you're not gonna touch it. Give me your word as a man. You're not gonna touch it. I will do that.
Go back to your room.
Simple agreement. Just leave the thermostat alone. It's set on 70 degrees.
I'm asking you to go back to your room.
I will if you leave this alone.
I'm asking you to go back to your room.
And I will agree to do that if you leave this
You
alone.
don't need to be here.
If you leave this alone.
You have business in the kitchen? You have business in the kitchen? Are you washing? Are you using the
I'm
washer?
going to be later. I'm going to make some food later. I'm going to microwave that food from yesterday.
You're not doing it right now. Why don't you just desist and go?
If you promise to leave this alone, I will.
Desist and go, sir.
Just say you're not going to touch this and I will.
Desist and go.
You're not really interested in
Desist
it?
and go, please.
You won't
Desist
promise.
and go.
Just give me your word you won't touch
asking
this.
you, please go.
I will if you say you won't touch
Go.
this. Just
If you're not using any of these places here, these two,
I'm using this.
then go.
Are you going to leave it on 70
Then
degrees?
go.
All you got to do is tell me, give me your word that
Sir.
you're not going to touch it, and I will.
Mr.
I'm
Golden
busy
Woods,
anyway.
Desist and go, please.
Maybe I'll still be in the zone if I get back on the game right now.
Your Honor, it's just to show you how...
All he has to do is say I'm not going to touch the thermostat as a guest in someone's house. And it's at 70 degrees in June.
It's not going to be cold in here. It's not gonna,
70 isn't cold.
the entire house...
It's 76
is not
degrees right now.
set to you for your demands, okay? It's only the room you're renting over there.
This is the control panel for that room.
No, it's not. Well, how come the swamp cooler didn't work?
I didn't break it, okay? And I don't know how to fix it. And even a professional AC dude didn't know what to do.
You have no business in the kitchen. Desist and go, please. Go back to your room.
I do have business. This. You already told me you're going to change it when I leave. All you got to do is give me your word, and I'll accept your word and believe you, and I'll go back to what I was doing. All you got to do is tell me you're not going to touch this and leave it on. Say, you know, I'll give you 2 degree here. I'll put it on 72. There, it's set on 72. But if you'll leave it at that...
Mr. Pete David Colton Woods, please desist.
And the Pete thing is another stalker thing. It's just Mr. Wood. No S. Wood. 4 letters. Mr. Wood. Or just, well, you don't have to call me Mr. Just, hey, Wood.
Mr. Colton Woods, please desist from being in the area of the kitchen. If you're not
Can't call me Colton. Don't add the
If
S.
you're not using the kitchen,
I am. My thermostat's right here. All you got to do is say I'll leave it alone.
desist.
And I'll get back to what I
retire
was
to your
doing.
room. Desist and retire to your room, Mr. Colton Woods.
Are you going to leave this alone? Just tell me you're going to leave it alone and I'll take your word for it. Your word's good, right? By the way, that didn't work either. I didn't realize it was an A-lister star. She never got naked, but there was some sex scene on earlier.
I don't care about your conversation.
It's your movie. But I didn't recognize, when I recognized who it was in the sex scene, I'm like, oh, they're not taking their clothes off. No, that's not happening. See, that's Julia Roberts. She's an A-lister. Is this that movie about her being a hooker?
Mr. Colton Woods, for the 5th time, I've asked you to leave the kitchen. If you're not have no business in the kitchen.
You told me you're going to change my thermostat when I do.
You have no business in the laundry room.
You told me you're going to change this. And I think you are.
Desist from being here.
And honestly, after I get it at 75 now.
You're only renting the room. You're not renting the entire house.
You turned on the heat in the entire house. So what I'm thinking about doing is cooling it off to a reasonable temperature in here and pulling the thermostat so you can't turn the heat on. But it also will prevent the AC from running at all. And honestly, I don't feel comfortable with it. He showed me how to do it. I do know how to do it, but it's wear and tear on parts. I just paid for this motherfucker. I don't want to fucking damage it.
You don't need to be here anymore. You need to just desist. Go to your room.
If you tell me you're not going to touch this, I will. I set it on 72 degrees. It's 75.
You don't need to be here. Try to control the entire environment of the house.
So you're not even saying you won't do it. You are going to do it.
You do not need to be here right now. Why are you trying to control the entire?
You were sweatboxing me. You just complained how I smell. You hotboxed me, and I got hot. And you.
The house. Now you're claiming
It's
that the
too
house
hot.
is yours.
It's too hot.
Not yours. It's not your house.
It's too hot. I'm not paying for heat in June.
The house is yours. The house is not yours.
I'm gonna lease. I pay the bills.
Yeah, you coerced her to it.
You know, Romana violated a restraining order with that stalker note today.
I can't wait for that judge to see that letter. Where you're saying you were supposed to leave on the 1st.
We had a court date. She lost.
Oh, you're so under pressure, right?
You know, we might be under the same judge. Yeah, and dude, when I leave here, I gotta be homeless. Okay? All my business goes away.
That's not my business.
I'm gonna be in the park on my cell phone trying to conduct business.
Look, I gotta get a violin. I'm gonna get a violin if I can hear this.
Oh, violin. I thought you said violin. The small violin, right? Play the small violin. All you got to do to get rid of me is say you're going to leave this alone. I set it on 72 degrees.
Mr. Colton Woods, this is from being in the kitchen. You have no business in the kitchen.
Not until you promise me you're going to leave this alone.
No business in the laundromat.
My thermostat's right here. I was too hot. You just said I smell. I got hot.
This is from being here.
Taking all my fucking time and effort. All you gotta do to get rid of me is say you're gonna leave this alone. I'm busy. I need to get back to work. Plus, it gets late. As it gets later, it's 9:24 now. As it gets later, opponents get harder and it makes for worse line streaming.
I don't care what you gotta do. That doesn't mean you have to stick around here and
I don't want this heat back on. I don't want to get hot again tonight. It's fucking 9 o'clock at night. It's not time for me to sweat anymore. It's sundown. It should be cool. All you gotta do is promise me you'll leave this alone. I'll be out of your hair until the cops get here. Are you going to leave it alone?
Mr. Colton Woods for the 6th
I
time.
hear something.
David Pete. Pete David Colton
Pete is
Woods.
not a part of my name at all. It's a dick reference. And stalkers make dick references. It's nothing to do with me. Mr. Wood is it, or Wood.
Mr. Pete David Colton Woods. I've asked you numerous times to go back to your room if you have no business.
I've asked you numerous times to stop misnaming me. That's what gave Romano away in the envelope today too. Rob would have definitely misnamed me. He always puts the S on Woods. So that letter isn't from Rating Rob, it's from Romano, which is a violation of her restraining order. I'm not letting you put that heat back on.
I gotta be in a cold house.
I'm not letting you run the heat.
I gotta be in a cold house. And you're running this thing all night long.
You had it on non-auto. I switched it.
This thing all day long. And guess who's gonna
It's a
guess
thermostat.
who's
It
gonna
maintains
opt
the
out?
temperature.
Guess who's gonna opt out at the minute of paying all this? You.
Bullshit. I already paid the bill
You
in
are.
full, and I documented that the other night. When you said that shit the other night,
Yep.
the bill's been paid in full. And I think it's
Well,
like
we don't know
daily
where the proof
updated
is.
or something.
Where's the proof?
I'm not sure what
Where's
happened.
that proof? Where's that proof?
I got it's on video. I published it.
Well,
It's on Ask Romana. It's on the channel.
You want to see it on paper?
I've got the
wanna see
fucking.
it on paper.
You want to see it? I'll show it to you back here.
No, we don't want to see it on the screen. I want to see the paper.
I can show my receipt.
No, see it on paper. You don't want to see it on the screen. The screen, you can put anything. You can put anything in the screen.
You're just being stubborn. You don't want to see it. What else would I have in the digital age
don't wanna see
besides receipts?
Yeah,
Well, I'm going to fabricate a receipt real quick. And that's not how it works anyway. If the electric bill was accrued during my time,
You can print it.
I don't need to print it.
Okay, well.
Print it.
We don't see no proof yet. Let's stop by so we can speak to the officers.
Huh? Ah. Hey guys, how's it going? Been better. My roommate's a girl. She's got a new man. I got a restraining order against her, the EPO thing. She's been served. I got proof of service here and everything. And by the way, it's a separate issue. Matrix, calm him down. He's not dangerous. The dog's just a little chihuahua.
Yeah, it's okay.
She sent me a note, or she put a note under my door this morning that looks like it's from the post. Let me just get it for you. Wait. Okay, she put this under my door, and it looks like it's addressed, but I notice it doesn't have, is that non-postage? Like, it doesn't look like it's actually been mailed, and this stuff's taped on the outside. And she put a note in here, and the note says, "It's Rob, I'm here, and I've got the potato salad." That's one of my stalkers and his buddy, Lou Stefano and Raging Rob. She's openly said several times she's talking to him. It could be true, but I find it suspicious. This is a gated community, and she put this under my door in here, and I think it's a note from her, and she's pretending to be my stalkers, which would be a violation of her restraining order. Okay. Now, this is her friend. Matrix? You probably gotta go to the bathroom. So she's not supposed to have any negative contact with me, but she's got him here, and basically he's bothering me. And he's not a tenant. He doesn't have a lease. He's just her male friend. I don't think they're...
She doesn't live here anymore?
No, she lives here, yeah. She's at
so
work.
So you just have a no negative contact restriction?
No negative contact for her, yeah.
Okay.
But he came in, and I'm sitting back here. I was doing work on my computer, and I got to go to the bathroom, and there's a vent in my floor, and I realized the heat was on. And I came out and looked, and sure enough, it's 80-something degrees in the house, and the heat's on.
Okay.
I pay 100% of the power around here, and
so
I had to pay...
what's the issue today?
He's running the heat in June. I'm paying for all that. That's not cool. And he's gassing me out. Well, he's trying to make me so uncomfortable I'll leave. I don't know. I'm not familiar enough with him. I only know him as Mario and my roommate's friend. We don't have a close connection. He's mad at me because we got fucked up 3 weeks ago, and I tried to stop him from driving messed up.
Okay.
And he's all, you can't stop another adult. We're free. We do what we want. But no. He got drunk and hammered me. And
so what's the issue? How can I help you guys solve it?
Frank, I just want him to leave, man. Like, he's got his car right there. He's not a resident. His friend isn't here, and I can't. And they've had their own issues.
You get your ID on you, sir?
Yeah. Because the way she is, she'd flip if he was running the heat too. She's super frugal and.
Last of Wood, first of Colton, like the city. You'll be 720.85.
So he's basically antagonizing me on her behalf.
Are you the landlord?
No, she's the landlord.
She's a landlord?
Yeah.
Okay. And you're renting a room out?
Yeah, I got a leased room, and there's a whole big long fight. I'll probably tell you about that. I was going to be her caretaker, but she's a hoarder. When I came in, I cleaned up. That's why it looks halfway decent around here.
If she's the landlord and she's allowing him to stay, I can't kick him out.
I don't have that from her. I've got that from him.
Yeah, but he came inside the house somehow, right? Do you have her phone number? You mind getting her on the phone?
I do not have her phone number. We can call her at work.
If that's the way to contact her, that's fine.
Meadowbrook, yeah.
Yeah, you want to call her? Call her. That way I can try to help you out somehow.
Okay.
Now, if you were the landlord, it'd be a different story.
No, she's the landlord and the property owner. I'm leasing the room.
Got it.
And I tried to get him to just give me his word. He's not going to put the heat on anymore. And he said, no, I'm going to turn it on. I pay for it. It's 100% me. I put it on speaker.
What's your name?
Romana Medina. But I just realized my phone number is going to show up there, call ID. Maybe you should call.
It's okay.
Well,
no
we have
contact.
an EPO.
It's not. You said no negative contact.
No negative. Yeah, all right.
That's not negative.
Yeah. We're all right. Just she may also see it and not pick up.
Temple.
This is my phone.
Alright. Let me speak to this gentleman.
All you need to do is give me a word and leave the thermostat alone and let me get back to work. Matrix! 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 It's okay. Matrix!
Super cold.
72 degrees is what it said.
He gave you respect.
Sorry.
Didn't interrupt you. Give him the same courtesy.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah. Matrix, come here. Matrix. Come here, Matrix. Come here. Good boy. No, Matrix. No, Matrix, don't be making noise. Come here. Here, Matrix. Good boy. Good boy, come here. Yeah. Good boy. Oh, yeah. Matrix, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, you want belly rubs. Okay. You've alerted us. You can stop now. Like, we know someone's here. You did your job. We know someone's here, isn't it? Why did it? It's okay. Here. Good boy. Let us know someone's here. It's your guard dog. Good boy, Matrix. Good boys. Here. Tell her about the thermostat. She don't like wasting money either. Go in here. Good. He mostly just wants attention. It's good to have a dog alert you when people show up at your house. Oh, shit. Sorry, I left this on in my pocket. Sorry. The phone picked up at the medical place. They're talking to her. She was, I don't fucking know. But I didn't hang up the phone. I just heard that. That was funny earlier when I found the bug in 2 seconds. I was like, let's find bugs in the cabinets. 2 cabinets. Oh, there's a bug. That happens all the time. That's why I knew that would happen. They scatter when you open the door. The silver car is his. Yeah, the motorbikes are mine.
The Honda's his?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what happened to Romano's car. It might have been damaged or whatever. They had problems recently. Rats chewed the wiring. She's a hoarder and her car was full of shit.
Henry Victor 951. Can you just go with the RO name?
I don't know whether it's a rental or his, or she had a rental. There was a black Chevy Bolt.
Check this out. I spoke to her and she won't. Prado, Mr. Prado, Mario. Okay. 4 and 6.
Thank you, officer.
Okay, so
What's your name?
Lizardi. So I spoke to the homeowner, the landlord. She wants the AC off. Per her, he's allowed to stay here. Okay? So
Okay.
I can't kick him out.
All right.
You can't kick him out. She's okay with him staying.
All right.
Okay?
That's the way it is.
It
Can
is what
he
it
not
is.
turn the heat on, though?
She wants it off.
Okay, off is fine.
Off.
He had the heat on.
Okay, that doesn't matter.
Off is
She wants
zero
it-
energy cost.
She wants it off now.
Okay.
Okay? So you guys are grown men. Please just
Look, I
Handle
could
your
just
own
whoop his
issues.
ass, but I'm not allowed to do that.
That's between you two. And
Like-
if he decides to call the cops, press charges, and
Yeah, I know. I'm
vice
trying to do
versa,
the right
that's up
thing,
to
but
you.
we all see what's going on
I
here.
get it.
I can handle myself. I could,
I get
but
it,
this
but
is what I'm
that's
supposed to
not-
do. This is the
that's not
proper
what I'm here for,
procedure.
okay?
Once you make contact,
It's
it's on.
a fight over some AC is not worth it. All right, AC is not worth going to jail.
Yeah,
All right.
it's been rough. They're keep hotboxing. They shut it off every day, and I wake up, it's like 85 degrees
So
inside.
use this as a lesson. Whenever you go live next, make sure that's addressed in black and white, so you don't run into this issue again.
And I took over the power bill,
Okay.
so it does not cost them anything.
Well, unfortunately, she's the landlord and she has that authority. Okay, so just he's allowed here. Please, both of you, stay away from each other.
But no heat, right?
She said off.
Off is not heat.
That's it.
Good.
Please don't call back for
Because it's been running in there.
for
It's-
AC or heater issues. That's silly. There's
Yeah.
other crimes going on that I need to be handling instead.
he
trying to-
said that, wasting your
Okay.
time.
It's not a waste of time, but it's silly.
Yeah.
It really is silly. Two grown men not being able to talk about, hey, dude, it's a little hot or it's a
I
little
asked him
cold.
just to leave it alone. I
Okay.
raised the temperature, put it on 72
So,
degrees.
I'm gonna
And
get
he's
out
like,
of
no,
here.
that's not good
Do you
enough.
have anything else for me, sir?
Nah.
You, sir?
I didn't even want you.
Do you need anything, sir?
He's the one that called you.
Are we good?
He's the one that called you.
Yes or
And
no?
you're-
It's a simple
and
yes or
you're-
no.
You're throwing out my
It's
name
a simple
too.
yes or no,
Why are
Mario.
you throwing out my name? Don't
All right,
you?
Mario.
Don't you know what this guy does?
Sure, I'm gonna do my job regardless.
Yeah, I do. I film
know
the
who he
police.
is. I know, Mario. I know who he is. He likes to record law enforcement negatively. I know who he is.
And I'm trying to stay private.
But as long as I do my job correctly, it doesn't matter.
There's no incident here.
Exactly.
Exactly.
You gentlemen, have a good night. If you need us, go work. Go do some work, huh? Get your own house. Stop bumming. Go do some work.
Yeah, I paid and I did a lot of work and shit. He's just a guest. Whoops. I got the door open for letting AC. Oh, plus the dog was in here. You're in here, aren't you, Matrix? Yeah, I see you there. 73. And it'll shut off in a minute. And there'll be no more heat. It'll turn off automatically in a minute, and there'll be no heat, and there'll be no AC.
You can't be controlling this whole thing, like I said already. You can't be
Whatever.
controlling the entire
There it
environment
goes.
of the house. The only thing that was that you need to
You
fix
no
is
longer have the
cooler.
ability to turn the heat on.
The only thing that you need to work on is over there. What's going on over there? Not the entire environment.
Romana broke the swamp cooler. You know what? I would like to fix it, but I don't know how.
Well,
You got any ideas? You're a professional
well,
repair guy.
You don't have to. You don't have to. No, I don't need to do anything for you.
I'll pay you $20
No,
so you can fix
I
it.
don't need to do anything for you, mister.
You don't need to, but I'll pay you cash money.
Nope.
You're a laborer.
You're calling police.
I don't know how to fix it.
Hello? What up?
Although, like, the dude's idea was the professional dude that knew all about ACs and stuff, but not swamp coolers. He said I should try this and take these four out and pull this off and look in there and see if I can find a fuse. So I guess I'll do that. But I don't know what I'm doing. It's just a guess. Ooh. As I knock over my fan with my ass. Oops. Oh. Maybe I'll be in the zone. I had coffee and shit. I want to get back to streaming. I was doing good. Watch tonight's Call of Duty live stream. I'll try to move it over from Twitch to YouTube. Starts out with some rough Warzone, then I move to multiplayer and own some anus.